Have you ever heard someone say, "Look at that cement road," or "The walls are made of cement"? Well, here's the truth. That's wrong. Most people mix up the words cement and concrete. They think they're the same thing. But in reality, cement and concrete are very different materials, and the difference between them has literally shaped our civilization. Think about it. The bridges you drive on, the skyscrapers you look up at, the sidewalks you walk on every day. None of them would exist without this difference. So, what exactly sets cement apart from concrete? Why do we even need both? And how did these two materials change the way humans build the world? Stick around, because today on Factopia, we're going to dive deep into the hidden science, the history, and the fascinating facts about cement versus concrete. By the end of this video, you'll never confuse the two again, and you'll be able to impress anyone by correcting them when they say cement road. To really understand cement and concrete, we have to go back in time. Humans have been building for thousands of years, and surprisingly, the concept of concrete is ancient. The Egyptians, for example, used a mixture of mud and straw to hold bricks together when they built the pyramids. Later, the Romans perfected something far more advanced. They mixed volcanic ash with lime and water to create what we now call Roman concrete. And here's the crazy part. Roman concrete was so durable that many of their buildings still stand today. The Colosseum, the aqueducts, and especially the Pantheon Dome, the largest unreinforced concrete dome in the world, still intact after nearly 2,000 years. That's the power of their early concrete. Fast forward to the 1800s. A man named Joseph Aspdin, a bricklayer from England, invented something called Portland cement in 1824. He named it that because the color reminded him of stone from the Isle of Portland, and this invention was revolutionary. Portland cement became the most important ingredient in modern concrete, and to this day, it's still the most common type of cement used worldwide. So, when we talk about cement versus concrete, remember this: cement is not new, and concrete is not new. Humans have been experimenting with them for thousands of years, but what really matters is how we use them together. Let's start with cement. What exactly is it? Cement is a fine gray powder, usually packed in 50-kilogram bags that you've probably seen at construction sites. But don't let its plain appearance fool you. Cement is one of the most powerful materials in the modern world. It's made by heating limestone and clay at extremely high temperatures, about 1,450 degrees Celsius, inside giant rotary kilns. The result is something called clinker, which is then ground into the powder we call cement. But what does cement actually do? Cement is a binder. Think of it as glue. When you add water to cement, a chemical reaction begins. Cold hydration. The powder hardens and sticks to whatever is around it. Here's the catch. Cement on its own is not very useful. If you just mix cement and water, you'll get a hard material, but it will be brittle and weak. That's why cement is almost never used alone. Instead, it needs friends, sand, gravel, and water, to become something far stronger. There are also many types of cement. Ordinary Portland cement is the most common, but we also have white cement for decorative work, quick-setting cement for emergency repairs, and even low-heat cement for massive structures like dams. So, to sum it up, cement is not the final product. Cement is just one ingredient. Cement is the glue. Cement is the magic powder that makes the recipe work. Now that we understand cement, let's talk about concrete. Concrete is the finished masterpiece. It's a mixture of cement, sand, gravel, and water. When these ingredients come together, the cement coats the sand and gravel particles, hardens, and locks everything into a stone-like mass. This combination is what makes concrete the most widely used construction material on Earth. To give you an idea, after water, concrete is the most consumed substance in the world. Every year, we produce around 30 billion tons of concrete. That's enough to build a wall all the way around the planet several times. Concrete is everywhere. Sidewalks, highways, bridges, skyscrapers, dams, tunnels, even the foundations of your house. If cement is the glue, then concrete is the structure that glue creates. But not all concrete is the same. Engineers can change the recipe to make it stronger, lighter, or more flexible. For example, reinforced concrete includes steel bars, rebar, for extra strength. Pre-stressed concrete is compressed with steel cables for bridges. Lightweight concrete uses special aggregates for insulation. This versatility is why concrete has shaped the modern world. It's strong, durable, moldable, and relatively cheap compared to alternatives like steel or wood. So here's the key difference. Cement is the ingredient, but concrete is the end product. Cement is the flour, concrete is the cake. Let's settle the confusion once and for all. Cement is just one ingredient. Concrete is the mixture of cement, sand, gravel, and water. Cement is gray powder. Concrete is solid, rock-like material. Cement is weak and brittle on its own. Concrete is strong and durable. Cement is expensive per kilogram, but you don't need much, just enough to bind the mix. Concrete is affordable and used in bulk. Cement sets fast, but concrete lasts centuries. So next time someone says cement mixer, you'll know the truth. It's actually a concrete mixer. Let's look at some examples. A cement bag sitting at a construction site is not concrete. It's just powder. A sidewalk you walk on, that's concrete. The Hoover Dam in the US, that's 3.25 million cubic yards of concrete. The Burj Khalifa in Dubai. Its foundation alone required 45,000 cubic meters of concrete. Without cement, there's no concrete. But without concrete, there's no modern civilization. Did you know? Concrete is the second most used material on Earth, right after water. Roman concrete structures survived for 2,000 years, while modern concrete often lasts 50–100 years. Self-healing concrete exists. It uses special bacteria that release limestone when cracks appear. Concrete can even be transparent when special resins are added. The Three Gorges Dam in China used about 27 million cubic meters of concrete, the largest amount ever in a single structure. The future of cement and concrete is exciting. Scientists are working on eco-friendly cements that reduce carbon emissions, since cement production is responsible for about 8% of the world's CO2. We now have 3D printed houses made from concrete. Imagine downloading a house design and printing it in days. And with self-healing and ultra-strong concretes, we might soon see skyscrapers that last centuries without repairs. So, what's the real difference between cement and concrete? Cement is the glue. Concrete is the creation. One is the powder. The other is the world built with it. The next time someone points to a road and says, cement, you'll know the truth. And you'll know that the difference between cement and concrete is more than just words. It's the foundation of our civilization. This was Factopia, where we uncover the hidden science of everyday things. If you enjoyed this, hit like, subscribe, and share. Because the world is built on facts, and we're here to explore them all.